Hello, my friends. How are we doing today? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Yes, that's right. Midweek. I hope you guys have all been doing amazing. Let's see who is all here with me today. So I see Rebecca's in the house, and Lana is here, and Lisa. Hello. Nice to see you guys. Rebecca, I'm not sure there's control here, but at least there's coffee, right? I just got my third cup. This is decaf. I switched. I didn't want to, but I need to, or I should. So I'm going to. Rebecca says she'll have to leave soon for work, but I'll take you on a ride. I always like going on a ride along. There you go. Morning to Sam. Hello, Sam. Oh, you changed your little, what do you call them, icon? I love it. I love the purple. It's like one of my favorite colors. So, and let's see. Riverside is doing well. Yes. Coffee always helps. It always helps, doesn't it? It is the best. Hello, Manuela. Welcome in. Good to see you as well. And you've been busy working on all your hexie wraps and things. It's been lovely to see all the pretty colors you've been picking out. Hi, Angela. Welcome in. Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at. Happy time zone, everybody. I hope your weeks have been going well. So anybody that had put in for Mel, my little RAFFLE, I did send out your consolation prize. Sanita had won. And so the consolation prize is a sticker pack of the Yummy Cats. And I did a Mel one here on the front. So there's each of the characters are in the pack. So if you had put in for that and you haven't sent me your address, because I do have a few that have not, please send that to my frizzybeehive@gmail.com email, and I will get those over to you. But other than that, everybody's except for one I have to put in the mailbox today, and I have one more to address. So I think I'm only missing maybe 3. But yeah, hi Andy, welcome in. But yeah, so I've been busy working on that. I'm trying to tie up loose ends. I had a lot of people that I needed to contact, doctors, school stuff, all that. So I've been working on all those things. Hello. And I'm going to call you Butterfly because I remember seeing you over on Stacy's, I believe, this morning. Nice. Oh, it was Killian's, wasn't it? Maybe it was Stacy's then Killian's. I feel like we've been hanging out together this morning, but it's lovely to see you. Oh, great. I'm so glad you've been watching the videos. Oh, perfect. I agree. I'm the same way, Butterfly. I'm always like, okay, who can I find? Who do I jive with? Who can I chat with? I love doing the lives because then we really get to hang out and just get to know each other and spend time together. So that's always my favorite thing. But what I've been working on, this happens to me a lot, as you know, but I had a little bee in my bonnet and decided that I absolutely have adored this character. He's been on Instagram for quite a while now, actually. I followed him for quite a while. He's this little guy, and he's made out of felt. And you can hardly understand what he's saying. You can pick out an English word here and there, but most of it sounds like kind of gibberishy, but he's just so cute. And I showed him to my daughter and she's like, oh my gosh, I need one, And so I looked at the patterns. They had some out there, but I just was like, you know what? I could make a pattern for him. He's not that difficult. So I'm making a pattern for him. So he's the little chef. I have a few ends to tie in. He's the little chef. I don't know if you guys have seen the little chef, but if you haven't, just go on Instagram. He's the cutest little thing, but I've wired him so that I can do some fun shorts and have him actually, almost like a stop motion kind of thing. So I've wired him up, so he should be good to go. But he's very pleasantly round. He's going to have his little chef's apron. He has this vertically striped apron with a pocket, and then he wears all the time, and he has the white chef's hat on the top. So I have to make all those things. I probably will make his cute little backpack too, but he's just so cute, you guys. So I was like, and he always puts B and L before words, so he'll be like blalo, instead of saying hello. It's just too cute. I know, I'm a dork, but here it is. So anyways, I'm making my own little chef. He's just so fun because you can move him around. So that's kind of what I'm working on today. I've got some ends to tie in. He has like almost, his hands almost look like a mitten, like a little claw hand. It's just the two sections if you look at him. So Andy is blanket tying and multitasking. Perfect. No worries. And hello to Mandy's in the house. So what are you guys working on while I sit here? I'm going to sew in these ends, and then I was thinking I would start on his chef's hat. I think that's what I'm going to do today while we're chatting about. So let me get my little needle here, my little sewing needle, and then we can get started. You're multitasking. Let's see. What is everybody doing? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, I kind of was going back and forth this week trying to figure out if I was going to continue homeschooling my daughter or have her go back. Yeah, the tiny chef is be cute. Or have her go back in the fall to regular school. But we decided as a family that we will keep her here. But I think I'm going to do my own curriculum. So I got to do some research, figure out, what we're going to do to make it more interesting for both of us, because I'll tell you, the stuff that they're teaching through this curriculum from the school, it's very repetitious. It's really hard for my ADHD to go through because you'll have already learned about what a fraction is, and you've already done the unit, and it's clear what a half is, and then the next week you're doing fractions again and you're doing halves again. And then the next week it's halves again. It's just like, I just want to beat my head into the wall sometimes. Oh, thank you. Do you want me to call you Piasco or A? Nice to see you. But yeah, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I know she's frustrated, and I just get to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't even want her to have to sit through this. Like, I don't even want to sit through this because it's just too repetitious for me. And she already gets it. If she didn't, that would be different, but she does. So I'm like, so I kind of fudge our way through some of the units because I'm like, okay, Lizzie, this is really repetitious. I get it. Let's just zoom right through it and move on, shall we? So I figure I'm hoping if I can pick the material, it'll be more interesting, but we'll see. I've never done that before. It seems daunting right now, but I think maybe once I get into figuring that side of things out, it won't be as bad, hopefully. Hi, Shade. Glad you could come in. Yes, happy Easter week, everybody. Happy Easter week. Did anybody make any little chickadees to put in any baskets? I do have that pattern up now, and they are so fast to make. Like, I think Rebecca's in the chat. She made 3 in an hour or something like that. So luck with the curriculum. So my sister-in-law actually decided, she was kind of the one that put this whole bug in our ear about starting homeschooling in the first place, because she was talking about wanting to do that for my nephew, who also has ADHD and really struggles to keep focus in the classroom. So she was going to wait until the summertime to get him started, but he was really starting to struggle, and it was causing him a lot of stress. And like feeling like less of a person because he couldn't keep up with the other kids because he couldn't keep his focus. So she's actually just having this Friday be his last day. So he's going to start homeschooling sooner. And so, yeah, so that's exciting. And the curriculum that she picked, it looked good, but I got freaked out because I looked at the FAQs. That was one of the first things I looked at. And I was telling her last night, because it was Taco Tuesday last night, so we had our tacos. But I was telling her that when I looked at the FAQs, they had a lot of the questions were things like, does your curriculum satisfy the needs of the states so that, it will cover the coursework that they need? And they were so non-committal about any of the responses. It was like, well, it might. but it might not, you know, or it might be, or no, they'll just straight out say, no, you have to do all the research yourself. We just teach what we teach, kind of a thing. And although maybe that's across the board, you have to do that yourself, it just seemed like not the right thing for me. I need a little bit more guidance and structure. Otherwise, you know how frizzy I am to begin with. If I have zero structure, I think that I will probably just crumble to a bunch of pieces on the floor. Hi, Helix. How's it going, my dear? How are you? What are you working on? What's everybody working on? Let me know. Oh, the chickens. Are you talking about the chickens, Shade? You thought they were so cute. Oh, nice. You did Taco Tuesday last night, too. It's just so funny. It's becoming a movement in our with our kids and the neighborhood kids. Well, I should say with Lizzie and Lizzie's friends, really, because my son doesn't eat them because he's very strict because he's picky about textures and he won't eat a lot of food. So he doesn't eat the tacos. But she does, and her besties love to come over on Taco Tuesday. So we had 2 other girls join in. Oh, we'll just have 2 tacos, and it was like 4 tacos a piece later. It was too funny. I'm like, they had a bigger appetite than I have. I think I had like one crunchy taco. We get the flat shell ones, you know, it's like the open little bowl almost. So I had like one of those and then a little bit on the side, and that was it. And I'm the first one here, so I thought I'd say hi. Aw, thought you were late to the party and you were early. Well, see, now you get to act like you've just been there hanging out. No big deal. Ooh, Margaret, I can't wait to see that. Oh, I love the tank tops that you're working on. Those are going to be perfect for the summertime. I need to start getting on making some tank tops myself. I was thinking of doing that with I'm still debating, but this was the bougie yarn I got from Dee on the last Dibs sale. And I'm thinking this might be a really pretty tank top for the summertime. Because I only have, I think each skein has 220 yards DK. So it's a 3-weight, and that's 440 yards total. I'm hoping that if I just do a tank, it would be enough to fit my body, but I mean, as far as I know, that's a C shoot. I don't know if I could say that word, CRA, you know, until it's made. We never know if it's going to fit the body, right? Little dopamine hits. Hi, Amber. Thankfully, our homeschool group has a long list of websites that follow the curriculum. Oh, that's cool. I need to get in with a homeschool group. I'm not in any of them, and it's just like I hadn't officially decided. You know, we kind of just got into this very quickly as a need more than a want. But then as we've been working through the school year, the rest of the school year this way, it's just really seemed to be the best thing for her for now. But she does want to go back in 5th grade when she'll be at the school that's close to us. So, oh, there you go. Yeah, poop shoot. That works. There's like so many words that I just never know if I can say them or not. You know, some of them aren't even bad, but you just never know. Ooh, you're making washcloths. Nice. Ooh, Amandy's going to make a tater tot hot dish tonight, a Minnesota delicacy. Oh, my goodness. Well, if I ever stop in Minnesota, you'll have to make that for me because that sounds delightful. You can't go wrong with tots. Gotta have my tots, right? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, one kid loves tacos, the other refuses to eat them. I know, they never want the same thing. And Butterfly's hands are starting to hurt, so I may have to take a break, but almost done with Totoro. I actually brought that out. You were talking about that. I don't know if you're using the same pattern. This was the one I made so many years ago now. Gosh, so many years. It's covered in dust, too. I can see the little particles coming off. Because you were saying it was a foot long. I was trying to see if I had a measuring tape, but I don't think I do. But I mean, it looks kind of like a foot or so, but this was the one I was talking about. So Killian, if you're watching, or if you're watching the replay, this was the Totoro. It's usually hanging out behind this area. So I just kind of tucked him here for now so you guys can hang out as well. Okay, let's see. Let me catch up. All right, put another row on my shawl for all shawl. Now just kind of want to sit here and do nothing, Amber says. Yes, take a break. Have some coffee if you have any. Gluten-free. I use one from the website Iowa Girl Eats, and she does gluten-free. There's a lot of good gluten-free choices. There are a lot of not good gluten-free choices too. So they're kind of you got a 50-50 shot. See if it's any good, right? Yeah, definitely. Jade, we'll test the waters. I'll start looking into the curriculum more, and I might try to join a local homeschooling group and see if there's some suggestions out there. The one my sister-in-law is doing, it's more STEM-based learning, because for her son, he's very active with his ADHD and such. And so, and actually just went off of his medication. They had him on a medication for the ADHD, which was helping with the focus, but on the flip side of that was actually causing a lot of other things that they didn't even realize, because I think it hit so gradually. He wasn't eating very well at all. They could not get him to sit and eat. He wouldn't drink water very well. He just, for whatever reason, I don't know if it didn't taste good or what, but he just was not eating well at all. He was more lethargic, was not participating on any of the get up and wiggles in class and all of that. And my brother decided to go off the same kind of medication, I think it was Adderall actually, but went off of it too. And they both found that they were actually better not on it. So if you can deal with like your mental space and such, with having some of the ADHD things, it sounds like the effects, the negative side effects, were actually worse for them anyway. So you never know, I guess. All these medications try to help something, but they sometimes cause a lot of other issues. Open stitches, you might be able to make it work. This tank I'm doing is 1 row of double crochets and then a row of windows. Oh, how pretty. So you'll wear probably like a little cami or something under it, because if it's got windows, I mean, unless, I just didn't think you'd want to reveal that much, Margaret. But you know what? Hey, to each their own. I would put a cami underneath. Cover me up. Made a big batch of spaghetti. Yummy. No cooking for you. Oh, the next day spaghetti is always better anyways, right? Yeah, it's about that size and stuff. Oh, your Totoro is about the same. Cool. Yeah, that one was really popular so many years ago that I found it. So working on my mom's blanket, but just don't want to right now. Oh, hi, Abby. Welcome in. Sorry, I feel like I'm way behind. I hope not. Love the top. Thank you. It's got like its own little kind of tie up at the top. Look, Killian, there's my Totoro. I was just showing it. The actual brand of Oreos made a gluten-free one too, but oh, those are good, Shade. I've tried them because I had a friend that is gluten-free, and so I bought those so that there was an option for dessert for her. They're delicious. So, yeah. Oh, you're afraid of cross-contamination. Now that I cannot promise at all, and I get it, but she didn't have any issues that I know of with them, but that doesn't mean that every single batch will be like that. You take Ritalin and it works well. Winsome! Hello, my dear. Yeah, Yeah, all the side effects, yes. And most of my life I've joked, yes, it helps me focus, but it doesn't tell you what to focus on. You're just focused. You're just very focused. Oh my, and then you take, yeah, I was finding that too, Lana. They were just putting me on more and more things. And then I couldn't handle the side effects. I actually had a really bad mental week. I was debating on not coming on live this week because of that, but decided I was going to go back on what I was on before because the new stuff was not cutting it. And so I immediately went back on. I started like getting myself, you have to, titrate them and such, but I started doing that. And I mean, I'm like my chipper self, right? So I'm doing much better mental health wise. So I think that, yeah, I'd almost rather deal with the headaches and stuff than the mental health issues that I have. So we're Cammy under it. No risque business, right? Margaret. Yeah, I think you're right, Kellyanne. Oreo had better come up with, I mean, they really just need to make sure that they're keeping all of the materials for the gluten-free things away from those that are for the gluten, right? I mean, I don't know specifics, but that's what I would assume. Like, I know when I would bake stuff for my friend, like I make chocolate chip banana bread, and I would make some gluten-free ones. I had a special cutting board, mixing things and everything so that I wasn't contaminating it with gluten from other things I'd made. Oh, your membership ran out when some. Oh. Totoro. I love Totoro. It's so good. If you guys haven't seen, it's a Studio Ghibli film. It's called My Neighbor Totoro. It's very cute. And Studio Ghibli is, I always just say it's Disney for Japan. It's basically what it is. But they have so many good films, so highly recommend. Helix, yeah. Well, my brother was doing at like edible kind of somethings or others. I think that he may still do that, and that seems to help him actually, just to be a little bit more mellow. But he was finding with the medications that all the things that brought him joy, he loves to video game, for example, has ever since we were kids. He was not finding joy in anything. He just couldn't do anything that, anything fun. He just didn't have any mental space to do it. So sometimes you have to be there has to be a little chaos in order to be able to focus on the things that bring you joy too, right? I don't know how else to say that, but all right, Helix, have fun at the park. I'm glad you could pop in. Yeah, exactly, Mandy. I'm just tired of being the guinea pig. So, they were like, oh, follow-up appointments, this and that. And then it's just like, they just charge you hundreds and hundreds of dollars and then you don't get anywhere, or you end up on something else that's got other issues. So I'm kind of over it right now. Princess Mononoke is your favorite, and Spirited Away is your favorite butterfly. Those are both lovely. Spirited Away, definitely a favorite. I have many favorites. I don't know that I could pick one. I did love Howl's Moving Castle as well. Ponyo, Arrietty, Kiki. I mean, all of these are such good films. I think the only films, I haven't seen the newest ones. I think there was one like The Boy and the Heron or something like that. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen Grave of the Fireflies, which is apparently very, very dark. So I don't know that I'll watch that one just because I heard that they used to play that one actually as a double feature with Totoro because it was so dark they needed something uplifting afterwards. And they played Totoro. Oh my gosh. So I'm like, nah, I think I can go without that one. All right. The Little Chef does not have any of his chef attire on, but his little body is done, and he is adorable. So see, with the You can like bend him if you need to, you know, he can be doing different things. So, and he's cute. So now we got to do the chef's hat. Knocks it out of the park with all their movies. That's right. Yes, they do. I actually know what I have. Oh, good luck, Mandy. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I don't know. I have too many tubs. I need to decide what I want to work with. This is, I think, like an Aran, I can't say it. The Aran kind of white. This is off-white. Can you see the difference? This is also cotton. This is worsted. So I'm trying to decide what scrap yarn I want to work with. They're both like an off-white tone, though. What do you guys think? He's adorbs. Thank you. His name is the Tiny Chef Winsome. Go on Instagram, look up the Tiny Chef, and you're welcome. He is just so cute. And he actually was so adorable that Nickelodeon picked him up. I followed him from a long time ago, so I knew about him before he became famous, you know. But now he's famous. He has his own show, his own chef show, 30-minute chef show on Nickelodeon. Like Aaron. Yeah, my brother's name is Aaron, but my husband is from New York and says that I say it wrong. He says I say it the way that the girls' way is, how it's ERIN. And just like he says Mario instead of Mario, you know? Who's really saying it wrong? I mean... Okay. Love you. Have fun. My little bug. You like the green tinged one, the larger ball. Is it green tinged? I guess maybe a little bit. I definitely have more of it. So, I mean, if you can pick... Where's his head? I try to get it on his head and I always go backwards. That would be a cute color. I think it is kind of off-white actually in the show. I didn't either until I met my husband and he told me that I say my brother's name wrong. He said to number the bins, make a Google sheet, and write down all the yarn info and put what bin number it's in. So yarn info like color, name of the yarn. Are you putting all the details, like how many yards and all that too? What kind of wire do I use? I use 12 gauge jewelry wire. It's black 12 gauge jewelry wire. That's what I have. Actually, I have a whole roll of it right here. I can show you. So this is what he's wired up with. So in his feet, I basically created kind of here she is. I created kind of like an oval shape, and then I had it twist up the leg, and then the oval shape comes down and goes flat right where the foot is, and then the rest comes up the leg. Then on the legs, you put the two together, twist them up in the center where the spine would be, and then they come out either side for the arms. And then on the arms, I did the same kind of flip the sharp end in and try to kind of put it back with the other half and go that way. New York State folks have a different, they do, yes, for sure. Should be with a short A. So it should be Mario? Is that what you're saying? Mario. That's how Dad says Mario. Like Mario Brothers? The Mario Brothers, yeah.
Calls it Mario?
It's going to take forever. Name, color, how many balls I have in yours. Oh my gosh. Marcus says, hi, Lizzie B. Killian says, hi, Lizzie. And Winsome says, Lizzie. Oh, she showed some painted nails. So she made a decision after having those nails. What was your decision about them?
What do you mean?
The big ones that the last time they saw you had those giant acrylic nails. Mm-hmm. And what did you decide?
To take them off.
To not have them anymore. Take them off and probably wait, huh? Wait till you're older, yeah, because they're not as much fun as she thought they would be, and I never had them, so I had nothing to talk about.
You should get them.
pretty advanced for this beginner. Well, so the thing though is
But
that
if I get
hang on.
my nails painted again, I'm just gonna get them like shellac.
Yeah. Just for having like a fun time of it. Yeah. You could build my thing for me if you want something.
Your bee?
Up to you.
I want to build it with you.
Okay, we'll do it later then.
If it's yours, I want to build it.
No, an aw sound. So Mario is how you say it.
I call it Mario.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I say it right. But no, he says that. So there's Aaron, there's the with the E, and there's Aaron, which is with the A. But it hurts my face to say it that way, so I say it with the E way. Let's see. The birthday nails. So hard to do things with false nails too. And get this. That's a very smart choice, Michelle. And I'm kind of to a point, because this is how I learned. I feel that kids often need to learn the hard way on something. And so if it's not going to harm them, and they're very adamant about trying something like the acrylic nails, and it was her birthday, you know, that's what she wanted. I'm like, okay, you know, maybe she'll have a different experience. My guess is that she's not going to like them. And she didn't. But I wanted her to be the one that realized that, you know. So, but there was something I was going to say. And then she came in. What was I going to say? Oh, I know what I was going to say. So shade. The other thing I'm thinking of making is taking the pattern and making a non-wired version in blanket yarn. And he would be big, very snuggly, but he'll have just like floppier arms and legs. And then that way you don't have to worry about wiring. He would just be like a really cute little plushie to hold. But for this version, I wanted to be able to do some fun shorts where I could have him hold something. And so that's why I wanted this one wired. And just to give options. I like to give options. So... Hi, Gianna. Welcome in. Yeah, wiring is it's not the easiest thing, but it is fun to do on some of them. Like I have the sunflowers have wire in them just to really, because their neck, it's just a tube where the stem is. It has wire so you could actually move the head of the flower and it will stay where you put it. And that goes down to the bottom of the root ball, and that's where you create like a coil under the stuffing to kind of hold it up. Hi, Vima. Welcome in. Yeah, so I'll do multiple. I don't know if I should do a pattern test one. I've never done a pattern test where I open it up for pattern testers. I don't know. I've never done that before. So if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. Otherwise, I usually just test my own patterns and do that. But maybe I don't know. I probably should get them pattern tested. Because you never know, right? Yeah, they just want it more. Yeah. I mean, there would be times where my son would be running out with no shoes on. And it wasn't warm. It was kind of chilly. And I would not like stop him from leaving and cause that kind of chaotic, you know, energy, because I figure, you know what, he's going to learn on his own. Now, other people, like some people that live here, not my husband, but other people will say, you need to be whatever. And it's like, no, he'll make that choice. Same with the coat, right? You're going to realize it's cold, come back in and get a coat. And then next time you won't forget that, oh, hey, I should wear a coat, right? You could do some testing depending on the timeline. It's true, Mandy. Yeah. Like I know, well, Killian does a ton of pattern testing. Shai does pattern testing. So I do know quite a few people that have done or that are interested in trying it out. So, I mean, if nothing else, it could be just a fun experiment, right? Because you just never know. And sometimes you look at something and you see it so many times and you overlook the error because your brain like fills in the gap, you know? ultimately decide to let them, because then you can say, I told you so. If it's not harmful, I mean, I might suggest it. I might be like, you know, you might want to wear a coat. It's cold out. But if they decide themselves that they're going to go without a coat, then let them make that choice, and then they will find out their own, right? They'll find out on their own that, hey, I should have worn a coat. So I do more of a gentle reminder, and then if they don't, then I'm like, they'll figure it out. Because yeah, I can't tell you how many times my parents told me not to do something, and I just went and did it anyways. It's I think it's a nature of children that you want to do what your parents tell you not to do. So you like pattern testing too, Andy? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it's so cute. Like, so there is a pattern out there for him already. And it's cute. It's very cute. I just figured, you know what, I could make my own. And then I can always, like, I don't know, do a tutorial and let you guys know about it. You do that with your kids too, yeah. Where is my... Also, I bought tiny stitch markers the other day, you guys. They had them at that bougie crafty warehouse place I was telling you about. Where I put them, though, that is a different story. I need to find them, but I don't have them around me. I do have others, though, that I should have somewhere around here. Did I put some in here? I did. There's a whole bunch in here. This little pinch pot my son made. And I have my little, this is a mini Gurumi Sun character that was a pattern. A little doll was holding it, and it was much bigger than this other person did, but I decided to mini Gurumi it, and I put a bunch of those little stitch markers in the bottom. Oh my goodness. And then he goes back up on my little shelf. Oh, you had one the other day that was frustrating you. Yeah, they test their limits. Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's all good, healthy things that kids do to learn and grow, for sure. I agree. Right? Yeah, it was really cute. There was this doll, this girl doll, and then she was holding the little sun, and it was a very floppy one because it's meant to be made bigger, you know? So it was like her floppy plushie, and I saw that, and I was like, I need to make that sun. My son has always been interested in planets, solar system, and stuff, so I was like, I'm totally making that. Just mini Gurumi'd it, you know? Hi, Yarn Hannah. How's it going? Good to see you. Getting her to do things on her own. She wants me to do everything for her, and then she throws a fit if you don't do it. Oh my gosh, preach. I get that 100%. 100%. In fact, my kids can both be like that. It got to the point where I actually hated to hear mom, you know, because it wasn't even just mom, it was mom, you know, they really extend it out, and I'm like, Margaret, I do too. I do want to make those the Kim had, she's made, okay, Kim, Fortunate Creations Kim, she's the one I'm illustrating her book series, the Bravo book series, coming up here. So anyway, she was making yip yips, and they were big. Like, the body was probably yay big, and then it had the tassel-y bits, right? But she hung them from her ears. And she was putting stuff in them this morning. She was putting, like, her chapstick. What else could we put? We're like, you could put your wallet in there. She's going to go shopping, you know. Okay, we'll see you next time, Hannah. And so it was just so funny. We were busting up laughing this morning at the doctor's office. We'll catch the replay. Forgot my earbuds. Oh, no, Christy. I'm glad you could pop in. Anyway, so we were saying she should make earrings, but we were thinking we should make mini Gurumi versions of them, right? Because then they would be perfect size. I so need to do that. You know, I like my big chunky earrings. These are ones Andy made. So if you want any fun little, like, Studio Ghibli type, what do you call them? It's almost like the enamel, right? It's like an enamel kind of pin back, but instead it's for the earring. then Andy can drop her channel link. And anybody else that wants to drop their channel link, please just write the word drop and you guys can go follow each other. Hello, Kimberly. How are you, my dear? Okay, chef hat. Round 1. Fight. So you want to see how my my patterns are such a mess, you guys, until they're not. This is how I work. So I'll just show you briefly. Don't copy my pattern. No, I'm just kidding. But see, it's like chicken scratch. And then I have to like cross them off. Nope, I did the math wrong. So that's why I always go through my patterns at least twice. Make sure I've mathed correctly. Like even one, I put a question mark because I kept going and then I forgot what I did. So when I go around the second time, I'll have to be like, okay, yeah, so this is what I did. Shy is in the house. Hello, my friend. Did you get to play with the horsies today? Store your AirPods in your yip yip earrings. Oh my gosh. Right? You're like, oh, hang on, I'm getting a call. Pull them out of the yip yips, put them in your ears. Oh my goodness. So funny. Who's making Michelle? Those earrings in that moment was hilarious. Yeah, it was. Mom is off duty and she needs to find someone else. Oh my gosh. I've told my kids, I'm like, you know, you have 2 parents, right? Your dad is just in there playing video games. They walk right by him. Oh my goodness. I can't stay long because I have to work on a video, but wanted to say hi, Frizzy, and hi, everybody. Yes. Oh, the bingo card. Okay. So 2 things about the bingo card. So the first thing, actually, the bingo card and both things have to do with Mama G Gear's channel. So down in the description below, you might have to refresh. I added it the last minute. But they are having tonight, they are having it's kind of like a dibs sale, but it's more of a, they're selling the things that they can't sell during the dibs sale with that they do with D's Creative Hands. So tonight it's going to be the beautiful, beautiful yarns that Rusty, who is Mama G's daughter. So Rusty dyed yarns for the first time, and they are gorgeous. So yeah, so she's going to be selling those, and Mama G has some giant, chunky, hectic hanks that she dyed. They are so pretty. She did a whole video. It was like 45 minutes, and I just sat there in awe of like all the pretty colors. So those are going to be on tonight. I think, I don't remember what time it's at. Did I write it down? But it's in, like I said, it's in the description. Actually, let me just go check really quick because I want to get you guys all the info. But the link is down there. It's the midweek auction, and it's in 3 hours. So for me, Pacific Standard Time, it's at 3 p.m., but it's in 3 hours from now is when they're having their thing. So that's the first thing. And then the second one is that basically they're on Saturday, they're having their Bendy Bingo. And so the Bendy Bingo, it's basically, they do isms. They have different things, like Mama G will say, allegedly. You know, she uses that word a lot. She has a little pin that says allegedly too. So they have different isms. And so they've created this game where you write down the different isms that they do, or that people in the chat do. Somebody, you know, Zoila, who is a moderator extraordinaire on many channels. Zoila, if you're around. But anyway, she'll drop a link before anybody even asks for it, right? Like, it's just, that's how she is. She's really good at what she does, you know? So anyway, you put all those things on, and then that day they'll have their old lady wigs on, and if they do these things, you get to put a little token on your bingo card, and then it's like a prize thing, and it's fun, you know? I didn't do it last time because I was out and about, but I want to do it this time. So I sent Rusty my card. That was my bingo card. I texted to her. I'm like, is this okay? Do I need to send it somewhere specific? Let's see here. My daughter, a butterfly says, my daughter's independent a majority of the time, but a lot of the stuff she wants me to help her with are stuff where she's just being lazy, like getting her food from the microwave, handing her, right? Oh my gosh. My kids, it'll be sitting literally between, like my kid will be here and what they want is beyond them. So they're actually closer to it than I am, you know, and it'll be like, Mom, can you get me this? Like, you're literally right next to it. Stop being lazy. Oh, good. The horsies are happy today. Yay. Hello, Violet. To clean my room, but I crochet, but my phone works really bad right now. Aw. Yeah, no bueno when the phone stopped working. Oh, right along time with Rebecca. Yep, you just walked right past your other parent. Totally. There was actually it was like an Instagram reel or something that I saw one time, and the dad was making a joke about that, and it was literally him sitting there like at the computer, and the kids just walking right by him and going to the mom. I was like, see, it is a thing. It is a thing. Oh, she's making a crazy big yip yip in multicolors. I have got to start making those. I love that character, or that series of characters. Having dinner, happy to have caught stream, even if I can't stay long. Yay! The music is called Chill Girl and Chill Cat Lo-Fi. It's by Demon Gummies. That even when he offers, she goes, no, mommy. No, or meaning no, mommy. She wants mommy, yeah. Hi, Thrifty and Afsheen. Hello. And an inability to get her own water. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so there's certain things I figured out, especially with James. There were things that he would ask me to do because they actually caused him anxiety for some reason. I don't know what he thought was going to happen if he had to do them. For example, now I think, though, he's just getting lazy. But at the beginning, he did not like to plug things in. Like, plug in your iPad, he has like the VR game that he plays, plug in your headset, you know, those kinds of things. He would not plug them in. But then he would be upset when they hadn't been charged, you know, and we're like, well, you didn't plug it in. So, of course, it's not charged, you know, that kind of thing. So, anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of that kind of stuff. My daughter started using that excuse too. She's like, Mom, I'm just lazy. And I said, that's not an excuse. You cannot use that as an excuse. I refuse to let you, excuse me, I spit. I'm sorry, that was gross. I was like, I refuse to let you use that as an excuse, you know? So yeah, we cannot do that. And lately now that they have this thing, apparently it's not that they're calling anybody fat. I hate that word. I absolutely hate that word. If anybody has struggled with weight, I'm sure that you would understand, like, that's the word I just don't want in my house. Like, I don't like that word, you know? So anyways, but kids nowadays, and I know it's not just her because I've heard other kids talking and saying this too. It's going around, but they call everything big back. Oh, it's because I'm big back, you know. I need another cookie because I'm big back. It's just, apparently it means that I just like to eat a lot. That's what it means. And I'm just like, you're almost saying the other, but okay, I guess. It's just so funny that all the kids that I've seen anyways, that's like the next thing that now that they're saying. Your daughter calls you a lazy potato. I get so offended when my son would be like, no, I'm not lazy, Mom. You're lazy. And I'm like, excuse me? Have you seen all the stuff Mommy's trying to do? Like, I'm sitting for 2 seconds, but I'm still working on things, you know? My kids are 11. My son is going to be 12 in November. My daughter turned 8 in March. So that's how old my kids are. Hi, Moonrose. And Pam. Hello, Pam. What are you working on, my friend? Yeah. But I tell you, they're already teenagers, both of them. I'm like so in for it, you guys. I already know I'm so in for it. I'm afraid. She'd be like, you're just, oh my gosh. It's just so funny. You're just being a lazy potato. I would just start laughing. That That's such a precocious thing to say, right? I love that though. Oh man. Shy, if you're still here, I think you weren't here before. We were talking about Fortunate Creations. Kim was making this morning these Yip Yips. Do you remember the Yip Yips from, it's Muppets, right? Was it Muppets or Sesame? I get them confused because I think they were the same, the Muppets, and they're all Jim Henson, right? So I get them so confused. But anyway, I think it was Muppets. But anyways, the Yip Yips, they're so cute. They just go like yip, 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 yip. But she was making them, and she made them earrings. So we want to make mini Gurumi ones, and they will be adorable. They won't hold very much, but they'll be cute. You're working on a nap. I woke you from your nap. Have Paddington Bear. Oh, I love Paddington. Oh, has to get his marmalade, right? Was it Sesame Street? Ah, see? I always get the two mixed up. I can't remember which character comes from what, unless it's like the main cast, you know? Well, because Kim was singing the Menomina song, which I don't know that the Yip Yips were in with the Menomina. I don't think so. I think it was the guy with the two Snoths, the pink gals. Oh my gosh, Shy, if you should look at a little video of them. They're so cute. It's clearly somebody is wearing this outfit and they're probably using their hands to move the mouth or something. They're so cute. But yeah, I totally want to make those now. Question is, do you make two different colors? I would think so, right? You don't want them to match. You'd want different ones. I just realized like how off the video is from what I'm filming to what's being played on YouTube, because I saw the thing I did and it was like way later. So I feel like you guys haven't even heard this part yet. Oh, such a catchy song, right? Yep. You watched Sesame growing up, but I don't remember stuff. Yeah. They were they weren't seen as often as most of the other cast, but on the occasion that you did see them, they were so cute. Animal, the cows, and I forgot who else. That's right. And they'd all go around and they would be doing this to the song. Oh my gosh. So you can always have different combos. That's so true. Yes, that is so, so true. I'm in the future right now, you guys. You haven't even heard this yet. See, you don't even know what I'm going to be saying next, but I do because I'm in the future. Oh my gosh. We were having that conversation on Vima's. Yeah, Vima had a live that I finally got to catch a live of hers. And we were talking about how she was in the future and like, how is it in the future and stuff. It's just kind of funny to think about time and the rotation of the earth. I don't know. It's pretty good. You got a shirt? That's so fun. Sister-in-law and I started monomonaing on the way from the train. Did you do the dance too? Where you're like getting off the train together? Everybody's watching. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. You're in the future. That's right. How is it? Tell me. Tell me all the things, you know. Oh, it's so fun. Such fun, such fun. Okay, where am I here? Here we are. Okay. So I actually looked up because I wasn't sure, you know, a chef's hat and the way his looks, it looks all like, you know, you get the wobbly bit around the bigger part, and then they have the part that fits on the head. So I was looking to see how is a chef's hat built, because, you know, it's sewn usually. And so they actually were starting off with like pretty much a giant circle, like a giant flat circle, and then they would put it into the little like band part, and then that's how they kind of got that ruffled. Is that the right word? I don't think ruffled is the right word, but you know what I mean, like the pleating. I don't know. I don't sew, you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't often phenomena, but when I do, dude, that's amazing. I love that. Oh, that makes me happy, Margaret. Thank you for sharing that. Ears and tail. Oh, are you working on your little floppy cat? You got to do the ears and tail, and then it'll be done. So you finish all of the legs. Oh, that's so exciting. I can't wait to see that. Crocheted chicken instead of cleaning my room. Are you proud? I am so proud. Did you use my pattern too with my little chicken? So little, so cute. Have anybody heard the song called Panda? No, I have not heard the song called Panda. I might have to Google that. I've heard of, like, we would say instead of you're really sad, I'd be like, you're a sad panda. I think I got that from my sister-in-law. When my brother and my sister-in-law got together way, way back when, this is when she was still a teenager. I think he was in his early 20s or something, and she was like in her late teens or whatever. But anyways, so she had a lot of things that were cool things to say in her generation, in her time, that we were past the time of, you know. And so it was just so funny, like some of the stuff that she would say, and we joke about it now that we're all older. It's not as big of a difference, you know, but it was funny. Oh, you free-handed a chicken. Did it come out nice? Does it look like a chicken? They're pretty easy to do, right? Not too hard. All right, have fun editing, Shy. Thanks for coming in. I was trying to think of what it was that she used to say. Negatron, that was one. Negatron instead of negative or no. I was like, huh? Negatron. Oh my goodness. Too funny. I can't remember the other ones, but that one was good. It didn't stick though. Like it wasn't one that we started saying very much. So cute already. I sent a pic in the Discord. Okay, good. Wish I chose a different color, but it's still adorable. You can always make another one. That's the ticket, right? You can always do another. So does it have its face on already? You already did all the details probably at this point. You always freehand. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that just freehand, don't write the pattern down, but then you can't make it again. Or you can, but you have to try to remember what you did, right? So I do, like I always write them down. I'll say that there's sometimes where I'll go through a couple rows before I'll write them down, but that's usually just increase rows, so it's not as big a deal. So, is anybody doing anything for Easter or have fun plans this weekend? My dad he was saying last night at Taco Tuesday that this weekend we have it's like the Pacific Northwest largest vintage garage sale thing at the event center. They have it seasonally. I think they have it in the spring and in the fall. I want to say like twice a year. So we're talking about going to that on Saturday. Not that I need anything, but on occasion you find a little gem or a little trinket or something that's cute and whatnot. There is definitely a lot of junkier stuff that you have to sift through. It's like stuff that's been in people's garages for decades and then, you know, being sold. Anastasia's in the house. Hello, my dear. How are you? It's always so nice to see everybody that I get to meet on other channels and then they come over here on mine. So Anastasia, I met through Mama G Gear and Rusty. Yes, thank you for stopping by. Yesterday followed Kim's crochet along with the flower dishcloth. Today's change of scenery project. Yip yip. That's right. We were joking too this morning. We were saying that she could get a yip tip, right? If she had them as giant earrings, she could get tipped in them. Oh my goodness. Too funny. Who made last week? Oh, what Violet made last week? Freehand make as many as I want of the same thing. You already celebrated Easter. Nice. If I think I will want to make it again, I try to take pics row by row. I can copy stuff from a picture usually. Yeah, for sure. Definitely can copy things. If you can see what the stitches are that they're using, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Although some of the patterns, like I know Andy, the Crafty Witch, she was working on one the other night and she was like, seemed like they put all the decreases in one spot. Now that I've seen that a lot where you can do that strategically, but what she was making, she said there was no strategy to what she was making. It just was just like I don't know, we're too lazy to figure out the math and try to make it even. Super productive, so I feel like I can relax the rest of the day. Awesome. What did you make today? What were you working on? I felt like that yesterday. I mean, like I was saying, I got all the calls made that I needed to, tied up these loose ends that, you know, when you have to call people and you don't want to and you let it sit and then they build up and then it's overwhelming. So I got all those things taken care of, made some decisions like with her homeschooling stuff. I got the sticker packs ready, most of them sent out. So yeah, I felt like I got the thing sent over. So I finished basically when you do a picture book, there's like a very basic structure of a picture book. It's usually 32 pages. That gets you like something like 14 to 16 spreads that you can draw on. So I had the layout and I doodled little thumbnails. So I worked on that for a few nights actually, for Kim's first book for Bravo. And I rejiggered the manuscript. I got it into a much more concise form so that it flowed with the pictures and we could get, you know, you want less text in picture books so you don't overwhelm kiddos. So I got that down and I got it where I thought it sounded really good, worked with the pictures, all that stuff. I sent that to Kim and her response, she said to me in her live this morning, she's like, I love it. Yes. So now taking it to the next steps, right? And I'll probably do some concept ideas for cover art and then I will send that her way too. So that's the next step. Oh yeah, that would be nice. I'd like to see your hey. Are you on our Facebook group? Let me see if I can grab that. Nightbot might have dropped the Facebook group. Did Nightbot recently? Oh, he did. Look at that. Right above Anastasia's message. Nightbot actually dropped the Facebook group. So if any of you would like to join the Frizzy Facebook group, you don't need to be a member. It's just everybody can go and share what they're working on. And I would love to see your hey for sure. You're making a squashed sheep bookmark for my mom. Cute. And Anastasia made multiple projects. I just had little bits to add to finish them. So even though they were mostly done, it felt like I did a lot. Got some packages ready to ship out. Nice. It's missing. I just went to get the needle. The chicken ran away of its own accord. Do you have an animal that might have taken it? Oh, you found it. Just scroll up, Violet, just scroll up where you see Nightbot. So Nightbot dropped the Frizzy Hive newsletter link, but above that, Nightbot dropped the Frizzy Facebook group. So there is a link right there for the Facebook group. So you can just join there, and that way you can see what other people are making and you can share what you're making. Yeah, that does sound really cute, Killian. I always wondered though, because I mean the thickness of yarn is thicker than a bookmark. So does that mess with the book at all if it sits in there in the pages for too long? Or does it not? Is it fine? Your eyes are closing. Is it late where you're at? Sheep bookmark by Super Gurumi. Oh, nice. Okay, sheep bookmark. Let's look this up. Sheep bookmark, Super Gurumi. Oh my gosh. That's adorable. Anytime I see sheep now, I think of Shaun the Sheep. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but my daughter loves it. It's one that is from the people who did Wallace and Gromit, so stop motion. So cute. I've always been just enamored with stop motion in general. And it's not as easy as you might think. It's very tedious, very long process. Like I did mini ones with some of my Yummy Cats, little babies and stuff. And it takes a while, you know, with having to mold the clay and then take a quick picture, move it, or get a different character. Oh, just seems very tedious. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Especially like the eyes and stuff. Oh, you would have to either change your profile name, I think. I don't think you can post anonymously. Oh my goodness. Keeping lighting consistent. Yes. That's very, very true, Killian. Yeah, you need to have a controlled environment. Otherwise, there's just no way. It'll be too obvious that you're doing stop motion. Which, I mean, they have sets, right? So they have lights that create the lighting that they need so that it's not going anywhere. It's always consistent. All right. Bye, Moonrose. Oh, it's 1 p.m. 1 p.m. in the afternoon. That's not too late. That's like Central Time, unless it's 1 a.m. And the chicken run. Yes. You can post anonymously. Oh, good. There you go. I don't think I've seen Chicken Run. I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen like the Wallace and Gromits. I grew up with Wallace and Gromit. And then, like I always wondered, because Wallace and Gromit aren't the same, isn't it the same characters or no? Is it just a totally different guy than Wallace and Gromit? Because it's very similar, at least in the fact that there's like the adult and the dog. Now that I'm thinking about it. The Shaun the Sheep one. Or is it just totally different characters? It's just the same makers? Right? Yes, thank you, Killian. Don't forget the thumbs up, you guys. Oh, definitely. You know, my daughter might have even seen it already because she's watched, I think, all of Shaun the Sheep. There's like Christmas ones too, and then she hasn't seen Wallace and Gromit though, so she needs to watch that because I think she would love them. I think it's just the same creators, but could be wrong. Anastasia, I remember Chicken Run, so good, but I only saw it once. Yeah, you need to, Julianne. It's totally different than Wallace and Gromit, but still stop motion. It's just, I think that's why I love The Tiny Chef, is because it's stop motion, and it just brings me back to being a kid again and just how much I loved watching how cool that was, you know? It's like Gumby and Pokey all over again, you know? We get to see it's just such a cool way to make a film, I think. I just remember being a kid thinking how amazing it was that people could do that. Yellow and pink on the table. Yes. So this is a rosy maple moth, which is like one of my favorite bugs. So this is from Douglas, the brand Douglas. I bought it at the Bougie Craft Warehouse that's by us. Isn't he cute? So I bought him, and he's going to be my inspiration. I've never worked with before, but I bought Parfait Chunky from Premier, which is also at the Bougie shop. So they have a lot of Premier yarns there, you guys. So that's the place to go for me if I need to buy the Premier yarns. You never know which way to hold it. It's so soft. It's like a warm hug. So anyway, but I thought these colors are perfect. So yes, that's another pattern I want to make. I already got the yarn. I already got my inspiration. I'm not going to make it like exactly like this. I couldn't help myself when I saw this. He needed to come home with me. So yeah, that's my little maple moth. I did get the Hexi Wrap cardigan stitched together. So it's now together. Now I need to sew in loose ends, of course. But I also need to do the ribbing. So the ribbing is the next part I need to do. But it is in one piece now. So that's good. Right? It was really advanced in the 90s, for sure. Kellyanne, yeah. Chicken Run was one of those for you where you just watched them over and over and over again. Has anybody actually seen a rosy maple moth in real life, not in a picture? From what I've read, they actually hang out, I think it's maple trees on the east coast of the US. I don't know where else they might be in the world, but they are so, so pretty. For your daughter to try for the Ami she's making. Nice. That's what Jenna always uses, is the Premier Parfait Chunky. Like she has used Bernat blanket yarn. Apparently when she had started using it way back, it was not good to work with. She switched to Parfait Chunky, but then at some point they must have changed however they make it. And so Bernat did get better. But she did say she still prefers Premier Parfait Chunky. Oh my gosh, Winsome, you know you're going to win. I keep beelining for other things, like random little chefs that have to be made. Never the cool moths, only the brown and white ones. Oh my gosh. Oh, sure. Yeah. Let me get that for you. Let me get that for you. Okay, so I do this and I do that. And I invite, or I share. That's what I do. Here we go. Copy link. Okay, so this is going to be the link, you guys, for the Facebook group. So if anybody would like to join that, it's free to join, and everybody can just post what you're working on so others can see. Hi, Joanne. Good to see you. Need to head out, Kellyanne says. Talk to you later. Have a great day. You too. I hope you have a good day. I need to be heading out too. I said I'd stick to an hour. It's already been 13 minutes past because my daughter still has a lot of schoolwork to do today. So yeah, tomorrow's load looks even more. So we were going to try to start getting some of tomorrow's done today so we're not as overwhelmed. Oh, look at that. I'm already in the future. You already got the link. Thank you, Joanne. My little soot sprites with their... See, look. Here's my little soot sprites. I should make them into earrings, right? They hang out with me. You guys don't see it, but they hang out with me. One gets to sit on my fuzzy mushroom. So one sits up here on the fuzzy mushroom by me. I have like this whole little miniatures kind of thing because this is how I roll. And then I got this little cushion at Daiso. So the other one gets to sit on the cushion. Isn't that cute? The little leggies hanging out. Oh, here. Yeah, and I made a random star. So he could have one on his head, too, if he wanted. That pattern's on my channel too, you guys. So if you want to make Ace That's Bright, there's a pattern available for both right and left-handed crocheters. Which reminds me, I do still need to do the left-handed crochet tutorial on the chickens. You're very frizzy-ish lately, jumping from whip to another whip. I know. You know, I think I was getting burnt out, you guys, because of, like, I love the hexi wrap, but I was getting burnt out because it's taking so long to do. And I'm not finishing anything, so I'm not getting that endorphin release that you get when you finish a project. Oh, perfect. Yeah. And so, okay. Yeah. There we go. Everybody's approved. So I needed to pick up other things I could finish more quickly. And so that's why the tiny chef is coming about. But like I said, I want to do the rosy maple moth. I'm going to make a possum pattern at some point here pretty soon. So that's on my list as well. Whoops. There we go. I don't think, no, it just shows me as pending. And so I just approved. I really just make sure people aren't bots. That's all I'm looking for. I'm assuming most of you find it from here. So if there are people that are in other groups and they've been on Facebook for a while, then I'm usually like approve. It's the people that just look like bots, that's what I'm looking for. So. Yeah, things you can finish quick, right? And I very sillily, no, that's not it. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. It was silly of me that I wanted to make a video. I'm stuck on this video. That's why I brought the chicken pattern out, because the video I said I was going to do next, I said this in my head, was that I was going to do this video of finishing the five current whips. I'm going to finish those before I start anything else. I finished 2 of them, and then I was working on the hexi wrap, and then I was like, I need something else. I need something else. So I started other things like this, and then yeah, I just couldn't do it. So I am still going to finish it, but I will admittedly tell you now, and I'll probably say this in the thing as well, that I did have to pause here and there for the video because I just couldn't stick to one thing, like not getting, because one of them is going to be that cocoon again that I was going to make for Christmas time last year. And that's going to take a while, you guys. And I know I'm going to want to just probably frog it, but I need to get it done too. All in good time. All in good time. Oh, I didn't key in because I didn't want to, like, if you didn't want me to know, I didn't want to key in on the names and stuff. But if you start being active in there, then I'll definitely learn it. Silly Willy, that works. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I was thinking I should bake this guy like a mini gurumi of the tiny chef. Would be so cute. I know Lizzie's going to steal this one. She's already been eyeing him, so I need to have one myself. I wonder if I have the blanket yarn colors I would need. So I don't know if I originally was buying all the blanket yarn for the Yummy Cats, but now I'm just wondering if I have like that shade of green. I might have to buy some. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. No problemo. Well, I probably should head out just so I can get the schoolwork done before any of the festivities this afternoon. Don't forget Mama G Gear today at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if I can talk. They are having the auction. So the auction for Rusty's a beautiful yarn and Mama G's beautiful giant hectic hanks that she does will be auctioned off on their channel today. So that's going to be in 2 hours and 40 minutes from now. So set your clocks. The link is down below, so you can set the notification on so you don't miss it. That's the only way I don't miss things, is I have that notification on. Oh, butterfly. I did a mini Gurumi Coraline. I wonder if we did the same pattern. Planning on being for myself, but my daughter quickly corrected. Yeah, it's in my daughter's room. Yep. Quickly corrected me and claimed it as soon as she figured out what I was making. Yeah, she's like, Mom, that's mine. Yep. Yes, always lovely to hang out with you, Winsome, and everybody here in the chat. I love hanging out with you guys. I do have the next live, which is tomorrow. That one is already scheduled, so hit your notifications. Don't forget to hit the thumbs on the way out. And always consider joining the membership. We have a good time. I do a lot of hanging out in the Discord. Usually we're in there off and on all day long, every day, checking in on each other, seeing what we're working on. And then, yeah, we have other additions too. So if you join some of the tiers, you'll get the patterns when I do tutorials, fun little wallpapers for your phone. There's lots of little perks and things. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you the same time mañana. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.